Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Hope you're well. So welcome to your 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread. I've already done Scorpio, Aries and Taurus. I'm going to get the air signs done next since they were last for the monthly readings. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this reading. I love this reading so much because I tried it out myself for the first time last week and the accuracy was incredible. Just incredible. I was really, just blown away by how quickly everything kind of unraveled itself last week when I did. I didn't even ask a question. I didn't have anything to ask, so I just laid the cards, saw what came up. Everything was correct and on point. And then in the immediate and the overall outcome area, which are these two areas, everything just unfolded within the course of one day, which was amazing. But anyway, let me just let you know how we do this reading. And please pardon my nails if you see them. The polish is chipping off, and I've got to clean them up, get rid of the previous polish and clean them up again. So please pardon if you see some chipped nails going on there, man. Anyway, we've got 21 cards. How I do this, every reader has, I suppose, their different take on these types of spreads. It just depends. You can customise these types of spreads to suit yourself. There's nothing that's really set in stone, except that it's 21 cards. So for some readers, they'll do it past at the top, present, and the future. Okay? So, yeah, some readers will do past, present, and future. Some readers will do... How I do it is I shuffle the cards, put the deck on the table, split it into three, gather it back up, and gather it back up, and then I'll deal from right to left. And we've got 3 rows of 7, but we've got 7 columns of 3, so I'll read usually column down. The first column is your mental, emotional state. Now, your mental emotional state is how you're thinking and how you're feeling around a particular situation, okay? We then go to the second column, which is your personal stroke home life. And that is, for me, one of the most important sections of the reading. And this is the point that I always start at because it gives me a grounding and it gives me a basis to see where everything else is happening or how everything else is happening. So in your present stroke home life, this is a situation that some of you guys, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, might be enduring at the moment. And it might be that your mental state and feelings and emotions are based around this. So it is the mental and emotional state in column 1 that should really depict, it is your personal situation, should really indicate how you're feeling around the situation and thinking about it within column 1. Your third column is your hopes and desires. Now, a hope and a desire is what we want to manifest. It doesn't always mean that it manifests. So a hope is different from an expectation, which is column number 4. A hope is something that you're really hoping for. Okay, it's the way that you'd like something to turn out. Your expectations, though, are how you expect potentially something's going to turn out. So, for example, it could be that I buy a lottery ticket. I might be hoping that I win this, but I might be expecting that I won't because I haven't won it before. So this is your expectations column here, which we've explained. The hidden factors are brilliant because the hidden factors show something coming in. Now, sometimes this can be very much in relation to what you're expecting or indeed what you're hoping. So the hidden factors is excellent because it's things that we don't see that are going on behind the scenes, usually interrelated with somewhere within the reading. So if you've got an expectation or a hope, now your hope or your expectation, your hope might be positive, but your expectation might be negative. Now, what's coming in, what you don't see, hidden factors, might just blow that completely out of the water, especially in terms of expectation. So if your expectation is negative, it could be that what comes in turns around to confirm the hope. However, if what comes in is negative and your expectation is negative, it could mean that this confirms the expectation and completely negates the hope. So it just depends. Then you've got your immediate future, Virgo, and that should show what's potentially coming in. So what's likely to develop. And then the overall outcome should be where everything is heading or where everything will head as a result of what happens in the immediate future. And sometimes this reading, most of the time, I read it like a storyboard. So I will just put the whole story together in the reading. But sometimes life isn't like that. For example, when I did the reading on me last week, I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I could see the first 4 sections were talking about a situation that I'd been thinking about. And a situation that was going on around me. But the first 5 sections, were very closely interlinked. But the next 2 were linked with something else that happened the next day, which was really interesting. But anyway, let's continue with your reading. Let's have a look what potentially could be going on for some of you guys in your home stroke personal life. Well, we've got the Page of Pentacles here. So there could be a financial opportunity that's come to you. You often get the Page of Pentacles when we're looking at a financial opportunity, when we're speculating on a situation. It can also be that maybe you guys are speculating on an opportunity to go and study, because we know out of all of the pages, the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords are the students of the tarot. Okay, so maybe for some of you guys, you're speculating on learning something, potentially. Let's have a look what the other cards say. Okay, we've got 2 cards that represent endings here. So, and 1 card that represents the start of new lives. Pages are usually young children, babies. So it could be that you're speculating a big change with death because you're looking to complete a particular cycle within your life with the 10 of Cups. When you get 10s, they represent the endings and the completion of a matter. Okay? So you get good 10s and you get kind of bad 10s. So the good 10s are the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, because they should represent that a completion period is now upon you and it's completing itself in a good way. So this is why the 10 of Cups is often the card about happy endings. However, you get a 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, it can mean that there's a struggle to the finishing line or something didn't happen so great. Something ended in not such a great way, especially when you get 10 of Swords. So this is a good thing here. It looks to me that in your home life right now, Virgo, that you are speculating on a new opportunity. Perhaps because something is ending in your home life, stroke personal life, that will bring about a period of completion. But it looks really, really good. Or you're speculating on a new opportunity. Or you've been offered something new here with the Page of Pentacles that will bring a big end to your life with the Death card, in which you complete a particular cycle. So it might be that you say goodbye to your home, or you say goodbye to friends, or you say just goodbye to a particular area of your life here. But there's a new opportunity here that it looks very promising, because we've got Page of Pentacles. How do you feel about this? What's your thinking around it? The Devil. So the Devil, in terms of a mental state, means that we're finding it difficult to let go. So it might be mentally you're finding it difficult to let go of what you've got at the moment, or you're finding it difficult to release the things that you are used to doing, because the Devil can represent old patterns. So when you get a Devil card, it's often that we are hanging on to things because we're so used to the way that we've always done things. The Devil is the obstacle. The Devil is what keeps us bound. So you know that the Devil is known as the old deceiver in the Bible. He's known as the deceiver. And this Devil can deceive that being tied up or being held back in a particular situation is the best way to go, because it means that you don't have to come out of a comfort zone. And it means that you can stay living a certain way of life without kind of moving forward and experiencing different things. The Devil can mean that you are have an obsession with something. It can also mean that you are locked into a very difficult relationship, maybe with a very kind of overly burdensome individual, somebody who likes to take control. But because this is your mental state, the Devil, I feel the Devil really as a mental state is saying, I'm fearing coming out of the comfort zone, or I'm fearing releasing myself around this opportunity here. You kind of remind me in a way, Virgo, of the Taurus reading that I did. What else are you mentally thinking? Well, we've got a Devil and we've got the Queen of Cups. And what I like about that combination in a way, you know, it could be that mentally you are obsessed or drawn to. We know that cups can represent drink. That's the only problem. And to me, it doesn't just have to be a king of cups and the devil that can mean an addiction to drink. It can be because she's holding a cup and there's a devil there. Okay, so it might be that you're addicted to something that's holding you back from mentally. So you've got a mental addiction to a particular thing here with this cup that you're finding difficult to let go of. So therefore, here, though we see the new opportunity, and it comes in to help you change your life, because we've got the death card here, and help you to end a particular cycle. I feel mentally you're finding it difficult to let go of something that you are very mentally, are very emotionally drawn to, because the Queen of Cups can mean to be emotionally drawn to a particular situation, to be emotionally invested. So it might be that mentally you're finding it difficult to let go of something that you're physically and emotionally invested in. It could be to do with some form of an addiction like drink. So Page of Pentacles can literally mean any type of opportunity that will allow you to have a fresh start on an earthly plane, because Pentacles don't always represent jobs or money. They represent situations on the earthly plane. And what's the other card here? And the Seven of Wands. So here the Seven of Wands is somebody who is defending themselves, and they're defending, the one that this woman holds is she defends an idea. Okay, against, now sometimes we can read the Seven of Wands, Virgo, as being a very negative card, in that, you know, the 6 wands who are poking at this woman are naturally the negative energies in the reading, but not all the time at all. In fact, not at all. Sometimes it might be the woman who is more the negative influence, and maybe these people are trying to make her see something. I feel that here you have an opportunity to make a massive change in your life with the Death card and end a cycle with that 10 of Cups. Okay, it's interesting that we don't have a 10 of Wands there, because it doesn't show that you're ending something that's been burdensome to you. Okay, when you get the 10 of Cups, it's... But then, no, that's a lie. 10 of Cups can mean that something that's been burdensome. It just means the ending of a cycle. I remember when I worked in that workplace I told you about, I think it was last year, and the day that I left, I did a quick read and see how it would go, and it showed the 10 of Cups for me that I'd be waving goodbye to the place. And I left there really upset. It had been a very difficult time for me. So that 10 of Cups doesn't always mean that you leave on a good note. Sometimes it just means that there has been an ending of a particular period of your life. So you have an opportunity to close the door, to end a particular period of your life, and to complete on something so you can move into something new with that 10 of Cups. But you seem to, with the devil, be holding on to something that you're emotionally invested in. And I feel mentally you won't back down. Mentally you're still defending something here that you should have probably let go of a long time ago. I feel mentally these clear cards are kind of telling me that you're resistant to this change here in your personal life. Your hopes are the 10 of Swords. It's probably to overcome the worst. There we go. So you can move forward on a new journey, on a new path. You can move a new idea forward with that 2 of Wands. You can be proactive and take action. And there we go. And balance out the scales. Create a more harmonious and balanced life for yourself. Because I was sensing that there was something off and something not balanced here. Because we have an opportunity here for you to change your life in a massive way with the Death card. And end a period, a cycle within your life within the 10 of Cups. This Devil and the Queen of Cups together for me just represents somebody who's afraid of letting go because they're too invested. Sometimes she can be too invested in her dreams or too invested emotionally. Sometimes she can be really caught up in herself, whether she's in the upright or reversed, and therefore she seems to be defending her way of doing things. She's standing her ground. She's unwilling to let go of something, even though it looks like people are telling her to let go, or people are telling her that maybe this would be a good thing to do. Mentally and emotionally, she's not ready to give up the fight for what she sees to be the way that she needs to be in her life at the moment, or what she's afraid to let go of. She's not willing to let go of. And it's almost like with this 7 of Wands, mentally you're kind of making excuses for why you don't want to change, for some of you guys, or why you can't change, or why you can't kind of move forward in this new way, because I feel that you fear letting go of something that you've emotionally invested in. And therefore you'll defend it to the hilt mentally and emotionally. But your hopes are really what you want to do is you want to overcome this period here, because we've got the Ten of Swords here, another 10. And the Ten of Swords means to feel completely shut down. It means to give up, but it can also mean that you've got so many burdens, but they're off the mental variety. It's like the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, a guy carries 10 wands on his back. Ten of Swords, a woman has 10 swords in her back. So it can be that you're going to overcome this time of mental stress, because we know that when we are addicted to things, when we are finding it difficult to move forward out of a situation that has long gone, that has an outdated thought, so coming along with it, that you are still invested in it well after it's gone past its sell-by date. We know that it can become a mental burden. So your hopes are, I feel, to release yourself from this mental burden, because we can see that this person is setting one wand off. It's the Two of Wands. I love this card because if you look closely at this card, it's a woman setting, she holds on to one wand, but she sets one wand free. So she sets a new path in motion. So you're looking, I feel that your hopes are to overcome this difficult mental period more than anything. So it's really to kind of overcome all of that mental stress, but also the things that are keeping you from moving forward with this Page of Pentacles, Death, and Ten of Cups, because you're still being held back by mental, outdated thoughts. And I feel that your hope is to release yourself with that Two of Wands from this Ten of Swords, and therefore create balance within your life with justice. Your expectations are that there's going to be some really hard work involved, because you've got the Eight of Pentacles, and when you get the Eight of Pentacles, it's a card about working so hard to achieve a goal. So you know it's not going to be easy. You know it's not going to be easy. So this is what you're expecting. Eight of Pentacles is to work really hard, and you know that you're going to have to be really focused and put lots of effort into the situation. Because you're not ready for rebirth. You got Judgment in the reverse. When you get Judgment in the upright, it's about a wake-up call, okay? It's about someone who is entering a new life. It's a resurrection from the old way of being to the new way of being. And we can see that you are hoping for resurrection here with the Ten of Swords. So you're hoping to overcome this mental stagnation here with the Ten of Swords. Move forward, set a new idea into motion. So set a new way of being into motion with that Two of Wands so you can create balance. But your expectations are that this is going to be really hard work, because you're not really ready, because we've got the Judgment card in the reverse. And therefore, as the Knight of Wands, you know that you're going to have to let your inspiration move you forward. You're going to expect, what you're expecting is that this is going to be a lot of hard work. You're going to have to put in a lot of effort, because you're not ready to embrace this new path. So therefore, with the Knight of Wands, I feel that your expectations are you're going to have to let your inspiration, your passions, and your fortitude to move you forward in a particular direction. Because something's got to take you out of this Judgment in the reverse. It's not a time for thinking, it's a time for doing. And the Knight of Wands is a doer. The external factors, sorry, not external factors, the hidden factors are showing us. So there might be somebody reliable there. Knight of Pentacles usually shows a reliable, loyal, trustworthy friend. He was going to be there for you. They're going to give you strength. I often find that the hidden factors are kind of talking about situations outside of ourselves, things that you don't see. So it could be, yes, there is somebody around you, Knight of Pentacles, a very kind, very loyal, very trusted friend who is still going to be there for you, who will always be there for you. He's not going anywhere. And they're going to give you strength. They're going to walk by your side. They're going to help you through this difficult period. I feel that this could be saying that there is a friend who will give you strength to overcome this difficult period. Or it can be that the hidden factors are that your tenacity, your steadfastness, If you work hard, if you work diligently, if you work with a cause, as that Knight of Pentacles does, you will have the strength, and you will find the strength that you're not expecting to be able to find with the Judgment card in the reverse, because you're not ready for this rebirth to overcome this obstacle with the Five of Cups. In the immediate future, it shows the Magician. So this shows somebody who is ready to start manifesting their greatest desires. They're calling upon the universe to help them to move forward. Really what this is saying to me is, in the immediate future, your ideas, the way that you speak, the way that you think about things, the way that you do things, will indicate how your life will pan out, because that's what a magician is. He is a manifester, and he's the biggest manifester going within the tarot. But you can manifest for evil as you can just manifest for good. Okay, so I feel that in the immediate future, you're going to be manifesting and creating new things. Let's have a look what this is based on, the Magician. That's interesting. Immediate future, Magician and the Five of Wands. Well, it could be saying to me that in the immediate future, what you're going to manifest is more turmoil, more obstacles, because you seem to be up and down with the Two of Pentacles. You know what you want to do, because we can see it in your hopes. But in your expectations, you seem to have a different take. We can see in your hopes that you want to overcome the Ten of Swords. You want the situation to be done and dusted with, because you do want to move forward. You do want to set new wheels in motion with the Two of Wands, because you want to create. You are hoping to create a fair and balanced life for yourself, where you're happy, good lifestyle, good health, all of that type of thing. But what you're expecting is, well, it's going to take loads of hard work, and with Judgment, I'm not quite sure whether I'm ready or whether this is going to pay off. So therefore, I'll just move forward and see what happens, because the Knight of Wands doesn't actually move forward with a sense of knowing what he's doing. Often he can just be moving forward because one moment, this is the problem with the Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Wands, like a Page of Wands, they can be like the Two of Pentacles, up and down, up and down. So one moment, the Knight of Wands would say, yeah, I like that girl there. And the next minute it's like, nah. Because this is the type of knight who likes to depart, but never arrive. So he doesn't like to stick around. He likes to do what he wants to do. So to me, it's almost like you know that there is something that you need to overcome here, but you just don't seem to have the strength to do it because of the effort you're going to need to put into it. And you're not ready with that Judgment card. It looks like to give up mentally what you're still stuck on with the Devil and the Queen of Cups and that Seven of Wands. Because it looks like you're defending a certain lifestyle with the Devil, Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands. It looks like you're defending a certain way of doing things, a certain way of seeing things, a certain way of living, and you're not ready to embrace the opportunity that will bring in a big change and end a particular cycle within your life that probably needs to be ended, because your mental state is the Devil and the Queen of Cups and that Seven of Wands. And whether it's a Queen or a King, it makes no difference to me of Cups and that Devil. It says that you are invested and you're finding it very, very difficult to let go of something that you're emotionally invested in. And sometimes that's not great. Okay, because in here we can see that a new life needs to come. We've got Death and that Ten of Cups along with the Page of Pentacles. New opportunity. Death and ending. That brings about an ending and completion to a matter. But you're not willing to let go of the matter. Mentally, it would seem, Virgo, with the Devil and the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands. You seem to want to keep carrying on with certain patterns of behaviour. And even though we can see in your hopes, you've had enough Ten of Swords. What you want is just to feel a sense of relief from the swords so you can set new things into motion and create balance within your life. But what you're expecting is this is going to be really hard work. And I'm not sure whether I'm ready for this right now. I'm not sure whether I can let go of old patterns and old ways of being. So maybe I'll just go with it and see how it is as the Knight of Wands. But the hidden factors are that you've either got people around you, the Knight of Pentacles is a loyal, faithful friend who will help and give you strength to overcome this difficult time. or it's saying you, if you stay the course, if you are focused, if you are driven, if you put in the effort, you will find that you will have the strength. You will be given the strength by spirit, by universe, to overcome these obstacles. However, it seems in the immediate future that what you create is more obstacles with that Five of Wands, probably because you're up and down about exactly what it is you're doing and where it is you're going. So in the overall outcome, Virgo, we have you with the Seven of Pentacles, evaluating what you have built, how far you've come, choosing to walk away from something that no longer serves you with the Eight of Cups. And there we go. Opening up the potential of a new beginning with the Ace of Cups. So I feel that, you know, it's really brilliant reading this is. I love this reading very, very much, Virgo. I think it's excellent. You know, we're human beings, and to be human is to err. It really is to err. Okay, because I'm seeing situations here that are suggesting to me that there are little errors made in the immediate future, but it's almost like in the overall outcome, there is the re-evaluation of what you've been building here with the Seven of Pentacles. When you get the Seven of Pentacles, usually on the Rider-Waite deck, it's a guy that's looking at a bush with 6 pentacles and 1 pentacle is on the ground. So really he's evaluating and saying, do I invest in this thing that I've invested in for a long time, or do I go in another direction? On this card, this woman is looking to take the fruits of her labours. So she's looking at all the hard work that she's put in. That hard work enables her to walk on a new path and to create a new beginning with the Ace of Cups. So this overall outcome is as a result of this. And I feel that what this is saying, and even though it's a little bit intricate, because the Five of Wands to me is conflict. It just is a lot of the time. It's where things are, you know, and the magician creates. This is what he does. He's a creator. He's the Lord of creation. So in the immediate future, you seem to create obstacles, because the magician is to create. Five of Wands is obstacles. Because you might be up and down. But also, what's interesting is it depends on how you want to read it. The Five of Wands can be where we're putting things together and working hard to try and rebuild something. So it could be that you're creating or you're manifesting a new reality through hard work with the Five of Wands. And things may be up and down with that Two of Pentacles. But in the overall outcome, your efforts will pay off with the Seven of Pentacles. It will enable you to walk in a new direction, in the direction that your intuition, that spirit is guiding you in. And with the Ace of Cups, you enter into a new, loving, positive, fresh start. Because that's what the Ace of Cups is. It's a fresh start. You can see this guy walks away from the Eight of Cups. Well, where's he walking to? He's walking towards a fresh start with the Ace of Cups. He's walking in a direction that is new, that is it's full of potential, that's filled with positivity, because he's putting the effort. So to me, it looks like you guys are putting in the effort. Things might take a little bit of a dip here and there. Things might be a bit up and down, but I also can read the Five of Wands as putting in lots of effort and hard work into rebuilding one's life. Even though it's hard, you can often get this card come up when people are moving furniture, for example. The magician is creating a new reality, and that's through hard work with the Five of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles is sometimes things might be up and down, but in the overall outcome, your effort pays off. Your intuition is, you're enabled by spirit, by intuition, to walk in the right path. You know that the intuition is the moon right above your head. So your intuition is guiding you on your path to a new beginning with the Ace of Cups. Let's put the reading together one more time so it makes sense to you as well as me. Right now there is a new opportunity, Page of Pentacles. And around this opportunity we have death. So there is a complete ending that will come along with this new opportunity, in which you are going to be completing a cycle within your life, Virgo, with that Ten of Cups. However, mentally you are still holding on to things that you are emotionally invested in. And you seem to be defending this. Maybe other people are saying to you, you know, you need to kind of cut away from certain things within your life now. They're outdated. They're outmoded. So you need to move on. And maybe you're resisting doing this because the Seven of Wands also means to resist and to hold on. Because you seem to be holding on to an idea, a firm idea that you still believe in. However, really, your hopes are that you need release from all the mental stress and the pressure from that Ten of Swords. Because you want to set a new idea. You want to get rid of this one. And you want to set a new idea into motion. That's going to create a far more balanced and happier existence for you with the Justice card. However, your expectations are, it's going to take loads and loads of hard work with that Eight of Pentacles. And you're not sure whether you're ready for rebirth. You're ready to change a course within your life with the Judgment card in the reverse. However, it seems to me that you move forward regardless. You're just going to see how it goes with the Knight of Wands. Hidden factors are, you might have someone there who is trustworthy, loyal and reliable, who will give you strength to overcome your difficulties. It could also be saying that if you stay the course as the Knight of Pentacles, you will be given strength by God, by Spirit, to overcome these difficulties with the Five of Cups. Coming in, you will create a new reality through hard work and effort with that Five of Wands, in which you'll be able to create or start creating some form of balance with the Two of Pentacles. Because the Two of Pentacles means to happily balance your life. And in the overall outcome, we see the Seven of Coins. Overall outcome, you're going to be looking at what your efforts have brought in, the results of your efforts. This will enable you to move forward with the Eight of Cups through the wisdom of what you've learnt, the guidance of the universe, and where you'll go to is a new and more promising beginning with the Eight of Cups. That's a brilliant, brilliant reading. Love that reading, Virgo. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe, and I will see you guys on your October 2016 month ahead reading. Take care.